What is up? Super glad that you're here. Nobody's here yet, but it's okay. It is A-okay with me. Let me send this to that. No way. Why did I not think of this earlier? What is up? I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, but I'm putting my camera, my phone camera, on my computer camera, so then the YouTube live looks exactly like the Instagram live. I should have thought of this at least 3 months ago when this all started. What's up, Blake? I'm so glad that you're here. How you doing, bro? How was your day? How did you enjoy filming today? Because for those of you that don't know, Blake Mealy, he is our resident filmer, and he is straight up probably one of the best guys that I know how to do film. So, and I'm not saying that with a grain of salt. And yeah, I'm glad that it was good. Well, as you're hanging out right here, you should send a text to your group chat to Erlen and all those guys and say, yo, we want you on the live stream, RN to the RN. But I'm glad that it was good. So how many times a week do you come to the church to do film? That's your question for the day as we wait for more people to come online and it's just us conversing back and forth, you through text and me through talking. Yeah, it is fun filming the Kid Life video. How many times a week do you film the Kid Life or just film in general? You might not be able to quantize that. Probably 3 times. Okay. That's good. Does filming take longer or editing take longer? That's my question for you right now. What's up, Casey? How are you doing? We are starting at 7 o'clock, so if you want to grab your cup of coffee or your drink of choice and sit down at 7 o'clock and say, you can watch us do a little testimony. It's pretty fun. We're going to have a blast for sure. Yeah. What's up, Isaiah? Isaiah, challenge for you right now. Text the junior boys, say, join the live stream right now, or be square. That's what you got to say. Be square. What's up, Justin? You do the same exact thing. If you and Isaiah text the junior boys at the same exact time, I'm sure everybody will think it's an answer from God. Just kidding. They probably won't think that. They'll probably just think that you're both on the live stream at the same time. I told you to say the same thing at the same time. You never know, but I'm just rambling right now as I wait for Charlie. Hello, Mother. How are you doing, Mom? Love you. But as you're waiting too, comment below, how are you doing? How are you doing, Anaya? I'm glad that you're here. What's up, Lottie Berg? Cool. You're going live with me. Let's see. But what's up? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. You know, I just had a major flashback. How many of you were on the live stream when Charlie tried to get on and then the whole live stream shut down when she got on because she has a German phone?
Me.
You were there, definitely.
Oh, Natalie, what's up?
Hey, Natalie, I'm glad that you're here. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad that you're here. So, Charlie, tell us about...
HSL.
Yeah.
It's our high school live stream.
Charlie, tell us about your Grand Canyon adventure.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really cool. This little town that we stayed at.
Okay.
They were like, it was like Corona never happened there.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, I did.
And then after like 2 hours at the Grand Canyon, I was like, this is really amazing, but
Really?
also I've seen it now. I'm good.
Really?
You know?
You know, every time I've gone to the Grand Canyon, I think like 3 times in my life. And every time I go, I'm just blown away by like it looks like a picture, doesn't it?
You're right. You sit right there in front of it, and you're like, "This isn't even real."
Yeah, it's like birds. Birds aren't real either. But
Yeah.
if you think that birds are real, comment below. I saw a picture at school that birds aren't real. So I don't know what that means, but if they're not real, comment that below and tell me what they are.
My friend Natalie, she has a sticker on her phone.
Really, birds aren't real. Interesting. So Grand Canyon was awesome, but you saw it and now you're good for the rest of your life.
You know, Mr. Clark said I fulfilled my German destiny.
Yeah.
Because this is like in the top 5 places to go all over the world for Germans.
Really? That's amazing.
Apparently, I didn't know that. But
that's an interesting fact. So, like, you guys have pamphlets in Germany. It says, take a trip to the Grand Canyon.
There are signs everywhere. You have to sign a contract when you're like.
Really?
Your parents have to sign this contract for you when you're born. You bring a child into this world, into that country.
Yeah.
And they have to sign like, I am a German. I am going to do this, this, and this. And one of those things is I'm going to travel to the Grand Canyon.
You know, for some reason, that sounds like a fib. Which transitions into our game later. For those of you that are just joining with us, we are doing a new game today. Yes, we're breaking out of the Pictionary trivia trend. We have found out a new game thanks to Noah. Noah gave a great idea for a game. But we're going to start that at 7:05. So you need to text your group chat right now and say, hey, we're starting a game. Emma Wilkie, she won our game on Sunday. And you may be able to win our game today.
Don't worry. That was a dumb idea.
But, Charlie, what can we win?
What can we? No. You can win either Cane's, a Blaze Pizza, or a box of Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah, and that's what Emma Wilkie picked. So if you want one of those prizes, you got to try super hard on this game today. It's related to testimony. It's related to just everything that is what you want it to be. I have no idea how to describe this game, but you're going to enjoy it. So you should send a text to your group chats right now. That's my challenge to you for the day. Send a text to your group chats and say, hey, Michael said we want you on the live stream on Instagram. So join us right now, please. You don't have to put the please because then it just sounds like you're desperate.
Now. And Emma, do you just want to DM me your address so I can? Yeah.
Emma, Charlie's going to bring that to you because she's just trying to find things to do before her internship ends.
Is that crazy? It's 20 days.
I know. Isn't that crazy? So for those of you that don't know, Charlie has been an awesome intern for the past, how long has it been? Whole COVID-19. It's been since the beginning of January.
Hi, Daniel.
So, yeah, Emma, you should DM Charlie so then you guys can have a little girls get-together thing, whatever it's going to be. Share a box of donuts together at a socially distant place, of course. And, you know, it's going to be a really good time. But if you want to have that, and I'm talking to you, you know who I'm talking to? You. Yeah, if you want to have that, you can get a free delivery from your leader of choice, whether it be me or Charlie or your group leader. You can have a fun time with them through food. You like that? Sometimes words don't come out like I was hoping, but
you know, it's always a good. You deliver. It's fine.
You just deliver it. You make it sound epic. If you think games are the most epic part of HSL, you should comment that below. If not, you could just say no.
I think our games are pretty awesome.
I think our games are probably like top tier. Like, here's Hume Lake games. Here's our games. So I think
you sure?
We have Hume Lake beat. Absolutely.
You just have to like think about that. Like, we have limited resources.
Definitely.
You know, and the creativity that we put into our games, like we change them up all the time.
Our games are probably the most creative things on the planet, next to Picasso's paintings. But
I'll say so.
So if you are still with us right now, send a text to your friends, have them join us so that we can have an awesome time. We have an awesome testimony that you get to watch, and it's going to be a blast. It's going to transition into fun life group experiences, and we need everybody to be here. It's going to be fun. Hey, Nicole.
Also, if you want Coast Hills to hit me up in 3 years and tell me, hey, Charlie, loved you so much. We want you to come back and give me a job so I can come back and work with you guys. Comment, thumbs up.
Oh, boy. That's so... That. Yeah. I love how you just did that. We need everybody to hear that, right?
We do. You just have to say it before you transition into the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, are you going to do a sermon after the...
Yeah, so we're going to do a little sermon and then go into it. But
okay.
All right.
Remember to do that.
All right, definitely.
Everybody needs to hear that.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh,
so you know what time it is, Charlie?
It's 7:06.
It is 7:06. So we're 1 minute over. We're going to get into our game. And what is the name of the game?
2 truths and a fib.
2 truths and a fib. I like that idea. So 2 truths and a fib. If you guys know what 2 truths and a lie is, this is the Christian version of that, but it's exactly the same game.
We just call it.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're exactly the same game. We are doing 2 truths and a fib. We say 3 different phrases about our own testimony. And
what?
Yeah, testimony. So it's about our own lives. And you got to guess which one is the fib or which one's the lie. And if you are the first person that guesses 1, 2, or 3, which one of the numbers is a lie correctly, you get the point. How hard is that? Quite difficult, I'm sure. So let's get into it. Charlie, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, but I think mine are not the way you wanted them to be, probably. But I'm just.
It's okay. It's okay. So just give us a phrase or your 3 phrases, and you just have to type in the comments 1, 2, or 3. You can only guess once. Good question, Blake. That was the question that we needed. Question of the day.
Numero 1. I'm 21 years old. My favorite food is French toast.
Okay.
And I have 3 siblings.
Okay. So you're 21 years old. That's number 1. French toast is number 2. That's your favorite food. And how many siblings do you have?
3.
3 siblings. So that's your number 3. So comment below which one you think it is. And whoever gets the first one, Charlie, you get to say. So 1, 2, or 3. Charlie, who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? Okay, let's see. So she's letting all the answers roll in. She's letting them roll in.
Holly was the first one. Congratulations.
Wow. Look at that. So my mom is just using her deductive reasoning skills and amazing.
She's just reading all the answers.
She's like, oh, okay, so nothing has happened yet.
Must be the first one. Yeah, so I'm not 21 years old. I'll turn 20 next Monday.
Okay. I like that. That's great. So now that you know how the game works, you got to join in and participate. Next one. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
My first question is this. I have been to 13 countries. I am biliterate in Spanish, and I can burp on command. So number 1 is I've been to 13 countries. Number 2 is I'm biliterate in Spanish. And number 3 is I can burp on command. So which one is the truth? Oh! Justin, you got that one so quickly. I don't know how you got that one. I cannot burp on command. You're correct.
That was kind of obvious.
How is that obvious? Yeah, I can't burp on command. Most people can in the world, but I have been made fun of, bullied actually, for my inability to burp on command.
I bet.
Yeah, so Justin, you got that point.
Skill.
It is. It's a real skill. Dominique can do it really well.
I bet she can.
Yeah, Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. How did you know that I have been to 13 countries then?
That's a lot of countries. I'm just.
It is, but I counted the countries that I like actually traveled through too. So like doesn't really count that much. But
so where you never left the airport, those you counted too?
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't count though.
Okay, then I've been to 11 countries.
Okay, still a very high number. Okay.
All right, your turn.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. This is more like activity things.
Okay, let's see.
I have been skydiving.
Okay.
I spent most of my summers in France.
Okay.
And I love surfing.
Huh. You know, I think I do know the answer to this one because I actually don't know the answer to this one, but I'm trying to use deductive reasoning. Which one is the lie? Don't tell us. But which one's the lie? So
is that fly in my...
Justin says 2, Blake says 1, Isaiah says 3. Okay. Who got it?
Isaiah, you got it.
Isaiah got it. Wow. So you don't enjoy surfing?
I've never been surfing.
Yeah, because the beaches are just really nice in Germany.
Wait, never been to a beach in Germany?
Yeah, yeah. German. I don't think there is a beach in Germany. Is there really?
Yeah, north of Germany it has a coastline.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all quiet on the northern front?
It's in front of Britain.
In front of Britain.
Like, this is our coastline, right?
Okay.
And it goes over to, like, France.
Yeah.
I guess. I have no idea of geography.
So you don't...
And then, like, Britain is, like, up here.
Okay. So you don't like surfing. I don't know.
I'm scared to try.
You're scared to try. Okay. So, I guess that counts as a fib. So we'll go on to the next one. So Isaiah, you have a point. Justin, you have a point. And Mom, I guess you have a point too.
Hi, Dominique.
Hello, friends. Next question on 2 truths and a fib. Or not question, but statement. I have 4 sisters. I am 23 years old. And I have 1 brother. Which statement is invalid? I have 4 sisters. I am 23 years old. And I have 1 brother. So, Mom, you're not allowed to participate.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jake, you got the point actually before my mom, which is kind of sad. Aberlin, though, you got that point. I am proud of you, sister. You know, we're pretty evenly dispersed across the board.
Yeah.
I know. We might need to do a tiebreaker. We'll see. But this game's a hit. This game's a...
I really like this game.
I like this game. Thank you, Noah, for wherever you are. Yeah. You know, we're just improving our creativity skills by expanding our range of thought. Right? All right. Charlie, give us our last one. Hopefully this will break the tie between the 4 people that have all got one.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I got stung by a jellyfish twice. I may not look like it, but I am into weightlifting.
Okay.
And I love camping.
So,
I got stung by a jellyfish twice.
Okay. This one's difficult because
I am into weightlifting and I love camping.
Because
Blake got it.
Blake got it. Did Blake already have
I hate camping.
Did Blake already have a point? Blake, I don't think you had a point already. So I think we need to do a tiebreaker.
Oh my gosh.
An impromptu.
Jake just said something in German.
Oh, wait, Jake, you speak German? I am thoroughly impressed right now.
Yeah, that's a good German sentence there.
Really? What does it mean?
My boss is very German. That's why I understand the personalities.
That's a really good sentence. That really spoke to me. That hit deep in the heart. All right, so we got to do a tiebreaker between the 5 of you that got a point.
Is it Blake?
So you don't like camping?
Justin, I don't like camping. Camping is so, like, I get scared by every alive creature outside
Unacceptable.
my house.
Unacceptable.
I don't like peeing in the woods.
Oh, okay, that's true. I can understand that. I don't actually can't understand
I do
that.
like glamping though. Like if I have like a little,
Oh, glamping. I was like trying to put that together. I'm like, glamorous camping. Okay, I get it. But all right, so we need to come up with a tiebreaker.
We're not prepared for this.
Yeah, I'm not prepared for this either. So, ready for this? For those of you that have gotten the correct answer.
His German is so good.
Really? I knew it.
Well, Justin, I'm just going to say your body is better prepared for being in public than mine. Okay, I'm going to do just another one, right? So, another two truths and a lie or fib. Right.
Here we go. Just off the cusp of my head. All right, so I have surfed a 16-foot wave. I have driven 3 cars in my lifetime, and I'm trying to think of another element of my life. Oh, my favorite flower is carnations. So which one's true? Which one's true? Which one's false? Tell me the one that's false, because I don't care about the true one.
I was going to say it.
So the first one was I've surfed a 16-foot wave. The second one is I've driven 3 cars in my lifetime. And the third one was that my favorite flowers are carnations.
Okay, we have 3 different answers in the comments already, so.
Well, correct answer. Blake got it correct. Because I have definitely driven more than 3 cars in my life.
I was going to say, like, after you said that, I was like, I already know the lie, but then I was like, oh, he doesn't say a third thing.
Yeah. So Chase always says that I've never surfed a 16-foot wave. And Colin is my eyewitness testimony of getting destroyed by a 16-foot wave, and he was frightened. But it might not have been 16 foot, but it definitely felt like 16 feet. So I'm going to say that it was 16 feet.
Wait.
Yeah. So Chase is probably breaking his phone screen right now because he just 16 foot is ginormous. Bodyboarding. Yeah, that's actually true, Chase.
That is
yeah, I was not surfing. It was bodyboarding. Thank you for the correction. So I guess 1 and 2 were wrong. Yeah. All right. Well, Blake, I believe you got the correct answer. Sorry, I was trying to scroll on my computer. Yeah. Blake, you got the correct answer. So DM me. What do you want for your prize? You could have Cane's, you could have Blaze Pizza, and you can have Krispy Kreme donuts. It was bodyboarding. Yeah. No, Chase believes bodyboarding. It was not surfing. I cannot surf for my life. Chase can attest to that. I can just longboard on Doheny waves all the live long day and nothing else. So I'm sorry for all of you guys that I said that I would go surfing. All right. Ready for this next one? Actually, no, we don't have a next one. Sorry. My brain was frazzled for a second just because I was trying to clarify,
Good hanging out with you guys.
Nice hanging out with you too. All right. So.
Bye.
See you later, Charlie. But stay on, everybody, because we are going to have just a short little Devo that's going to transition into our senior testimony. But before that, I want to give you guys a little update for this upcoming weekend. So this upcoming weekend, we are going to have a 10 o'clock all-together service. So it's not going to be we're not going to have our own high school life or junior high life or whatever it is. We are going to be together with the main church at 10 o'clock a.m. And if you're not comfortable with coming to the social distancing, that's okay, because we will still have online services at the same times that we've been providing them. So you can still watch those online. And we will be doing all the precautions necessary to make sure that the social distancing is happening this Sunday. So feel free to come, bring your families to the 10 o'clock a.m. service. So I'm going to give a short little Devo now, and we're going to get into it. Heavenly Father, thank you for this time that we get to talk about testimonies. We get to talk about the purpose for testimonies. So Lord, lead us in your ways, speak through me, and speak through the testimony today. We love you, and it's in your name we pray. Amen. So remember what we're in right now. We're talking about Judges, and the series title is Wait, What? And last week, we just talked about Gideon. So Gideon was this guy who was a mighty warrior who he led an army of just 300 people to victory against a couple 100,000 people. Craziness. But we actually learned that he's really a cowardly man who put his fear over his faith. And we learned that our whole purpose, that when we're reading this story, we're supposed to learn that we're actually supposed to put our faith over our fear. We're supposed to put our faith over our fear. And we connected it to like Peter, who was walking on the water with Jesus, and how he put fear over his faith. But we're called to put faith over our fear because God gives us what we need when he puts a task in front of us. So in order for us to take the next step, just like Peter taking the next step out of the boat, when he started looking away, God gave him what he needed. He gave him his hand and said, "Why are you doubting, you of little faith?" And the same thing with Gideon. When Gideon doubted the task that was in front of him to defeat this giant army, God said, "I am with you, fear not." So God gives us what we need to complete the task that God has prepared for us in front of us. So that's why we are called to take the next step of faith, not in fear, but with faith, trusting who God is. So this week, I want to look at the end of Gideon's life and tie it into our testimony for the day. So turn with me to Judges chapter 8, verse 33. Judges chapter 8, verse 33. And I will read it right now. So it says this: "As soon as Gideon died, the people of Israel turned again and whored after the Baals and made Baal-berith to their God." So they were just seeking after the gods of the land, not the true God. And look at me in verse 34. "And the people of Israel did not remember the Lord their God, who had delivered them from the hand of all their enemies on every side. And they did not show steadfast love to the family of Jerubbaal," that is Gideon, "in return for all the good that he had done to Israel." Okay, so what's happening right here? Well, we just see that after Gideon dies, what does Israel do? They start going after the gods of the land, the gods of the Canaanites again. And when they're doing that, they didn't look back on God's faithfulness. Remember, in Gideon's story, there was a part where God says, "Have I not led you out of Egypt? Have I not split the Red Sea for you?" God has been faithful till the end. And God is just desiring for Israel to look back on the faithfulness. And that's why they talk about how Israel did not do that. Because what does it lead to? Our not looking back, our inability to look back on God's faithfulness, they disobeyed. Israel did that after they did not look back on God's faithfulness. So we find that we, as people of God, are also called to look back and remember God's faithfulness through the years. As we are trying to take steps forward in our life, we are called to look back and say, you know what? God has been faithful in the past, so he's going to be faithful again. He was faithful then, so he will be faithful again. So you can write that down if you're taking notes. This is just a short devo. He was faithful then, so he will be faithful again. This leads us to respond in obedience. So when we see that God has been faithful, that is going to lead us to walk in his direction because we say, hey, you know what? I can trust. I can put my faith over my fear because God, you've been faithful. So I'm going to trust that you are in the next step because you have promised that to me in your word and in my own testimony. So what? Well, we're finishing school right now. It's the end of the school year. You're doing finals. You're getting done with your AP tests. Whatever it is, you have a next step of life. You're finishing out this previous step and you're stepping into this new step and you're saying, what is God's plan for me? Well, God is desiring you to take this next step in faith like we learned last week. But also, he's also recognizing and telling you to recognize, to look back at his faithfulness, so that as you take this next step, you know that you're stepping on solid ground. You're not stepping on a sandy shore, but rather you're stepping on solid ground that will not waver. So God is wanting us to look back on God's faithfulness. And so it's important for us, as we are in this same position, to look back and reflect on God's faithfulness. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. After you have an opportunity to watch a testimony, you're going to go into your life groups and you're going to talk about God's faithfulness through this past year. I think it's important for us to reflect on, God, what have you done for this past year in my life? What have you done in my senior year or in my junior year or sophomore or freshman year? God, what have you been doing in my life? And as you look back, you can see, okay, you know what? I've actually progressed a lot. God has grown me. He's matured me in many ways. And so I can trust that he's going to continue to do that, even though I don't know what the future may hold. Because God, he really does know what the future holds for me. He has been faithful then, so he will be faithful again. So I'm going to encourage you right now. Go out of this video and watch Emma Wilkie's testimony. It's already on our YouTube page. It's already on our Instagram page. Watch her testimony. And then leaders, invite your students onto the life group chat. And as you have your life group videos, you will get to share your own testimony of how God has moved in your life this past year. I think this is so important for us to say out loud so that we can hold each other accountable to it when we start stumbling. Because there's going to be those times when we still see the waves and we forget about God's faithfulness, but we have a group of brothers and sisters around us to lead us in the way and remind us of God's faithfulness. So why don't you do that right now? Click on Emma Wilkie's testimony, and we will get to talk about our own testimonies later. We love you guys. We'll see you in a little bit. See ya.